Right, so I have returned once again today to actually deliver a stream of the Golden Kamuy manga series. Oh god, I'm loud. I haven't had my voice without anything behind it for so long. I'm like, wow, I'm loud. Ow. Anyway, anywho, that's what I'm trying to say. Actually, have returned today to actually catch up a bit on the actual Golden Kamuy manga series, because I just found out recently actually it's come to an end. I was like, damn. What I'm gonna do when this whole entire series is over, my heart will be broken. So yeah, when we left off last time, I believe everyone was going to Sapporo, because Sapporo was kind of its convergence point for everyone to get to, and also next Tattoo Comic actually was there as well. And yeah, I mean, what's gonna go down? Fuck if I know, but if I know Golden Kamuy, I know shit will hit the fan quite well actually. So I can't wait. Actually, I'm actually now hoping we get season 4 as well, because I do need season 4 really badly. It has got the best arc in the entirety of Golden Kamuy in it. I can't spell today. I really can't spell today. I got there in the end, but I just couldn't spell for some reason. Anywho. So if I happen to slur any of my words, it's because I actually had a blood test today, and my brain's still catching up. So if I happen to sound a little bit weird, it's because of that. Don't worry about it. I think I should be fine. So anyway, let's actually begin. Hello, how's it going? How are you doing today? Let's actually begin 241, actually is called The Kamuy That Vanished. When you part ways with a man, be sure to teach him the name of a flower. That flower will bloom again, year after year. That's kind of cute in a way, and also maybe not so cute. Who knows? Karin Pani, the Ezo mounting cherry tree. When its flowers bloom, that's a sign. It's telling us that the deer are molting, changing their coats, and their meat is becoming more delicious. It's an awfully nice sign then. I miss Sugimoto so much. If you wrap the bark of a cherry tree around your bow, and it strengthens it so it won't snap. We wrap the bark around our makiri and quivers, and we also use it when we fasten boards to an ito machi. So it's a tree that you can't do without when it comes to making hunting tools. We call that yew tree? Yew tree is how you pronounce it correctly? Over there, kuneni. It means bow tree. If you make a bow from anything but a kuneni, the act of keeping the bowstring taut will eventually cause the wood to bend. I see. So it's wood with plenty of its elasticity. We call that spindle over there the kasupini. It means ladle tree. The wood is very hard and fine grained, so we use it to make spatulas and ladles. We also use it for the kite, the harpoons. We use it to hunt large prey out in the ocean. During the bear sending ceremony, we also use the wood to make flower arrows, which we call hepre. These are gifts from the Kamuy. The flower arrows are what guide the bear cubs to the place where the Kamuy live. That's a really important tree then. I actually miss this so much. Barate the pirates with him, isn't he as well? Sugimoto always stays right next to Silipa, doesn't he? She's a really good hunter, so he's treating her with the importance she deserves. You know, I still can't understand why you teamed up with them to search for the buried gold. You're up against really dangerous groups like the 7th Division, Hichikata Toshizo's men. Aren't you the kind of guy who runs for the hills the second it looks like the odds are against you? There's nothing special. There's no special meaning behind it. It's just how things ended up. The smaller the group of people gambling, the bigger the payoff. He ain't wrong. Isn't it because it's something that makes you think you've got a real chance of winning? That girl has the same deep blue eyes as Noporobu, doesn't she? You're kidding, right? The way I hear it, only people with some Russian blood in them aren't all that rare. Hey Shirashi, neither of us can trust the other. That's mutual. But if we're going to team up, then we need to share all the information we know. Without that, why should we put our lives on the line? This is just my gut feeling, but I feel like Siddharth already knows the way to solve the code. Could it be that she told you? No. Really? Well, I hope what happened in Karafuto wasn't for nothing then. It's not like they trust me all that much either. Take a look at this, Shirashi. What is this? A coin? It was lying at the bottom of the lake. It was lying at the bottom of the lake, Shikotsu, along with the gold dust. This mark, doesn't it look kind of like our tattoos? I was wondering whether or not the actual trust is actually there. Of everyone, I mean, hello, how's it going? I mean, I don't think Shirashi's one of those people that would betray them, to be honest. He doesn't really have it in him, if I'm gonna be brutally honest. Had this been the beginning of the manga, I probably would have said, yeah, maybe. There's a chance he might, but at this point, not really. It's an Anat Kamuy. En Ezo Monga. Oh. That round head is cute, really cute. Should we catch it and turn it into a pair of gloves for you? I don't want that. Really don't want that. At Kamuy is the Kamuy that watches over children. It's a Kamuy that helps people. There's a tale about an evil snake Kamuy that tried to destroy the relationship of a husband and wife, and the At Kamuy protected them. Speaking of Kamuy that help people, Hokkyu Kamuy is the same. There are all kinds of old stories about the Hokkyu Kamuy joining the side of the humans and fighting for them. When I found Reta as a cub, it was in this area of the woods. That star next to it, and the star next to that are the the bow stars. I can see the bow. That's the the arrow stars. The arrow stars. Say correctly in the end. Stars. Ciasaurus, not Q, the star in the shape of a bear with a long tail. The only people had their own unique constellations. Now, if you look at the star, look at that star, and those ones over there. What do you see, Asidipa? Aki Neno, and not Q, the star that looks like a penis. I don't think there are any penis stars. Those are the Nokyu, the Hokkyu Kamuy, wolf. Those are the front legs, and that's the tail. It's a good point. Hello, it's a good point. Has it ever actually been scientifically proven? Is there any penis stars out there? Is there any out there? We don't know. It's a mystery. What kind of Kamuy is the Hokkyu? He said it's the Kamuy that vanished. Ah, title of the chapter. But it was afterwards that I met Reta in these words. I hope that children who are born in the future will be able to see the Hokkyu Kamuy in some form or another. Aka's name, Hokkyu Oskoni. There's no doubt that it's the key to solving the code. The Ainu name that my mother gave him, he deliberately inserted into the code. But to think that he would kill all those Ainu and steal the gold dust. Is that the reason why Kyoranka killed Aka? R.I.P. Kyoranka, to be honest, still. I haven't got over that death to this day. Why did the two of them have to die? If we reach the buried gold, maybe we'll find the answer to that question, but Aka, Kyoranka, and Ispa, everyone's fate was twisted by that buried gold. Would it truly be a good thing if the gold was found? It's a good point, actually, at this point in time. It has kind of, to a degree, lessened the importance of it, really. It's just a means to an end for everyone, pretty much, at this point in time. If I don't tell Sugimoto the key to solving the code, he won't leave my side. I can become a ward that protects him from being shot. Maybe I should just not tell him, and things can keep going on the way they are like now. Sugimoto, what would you do if you did find the gold? Would you go back home and live with that person you said you loved? Once the buried gold is found, Sugimoto will leave me. I honestly don't think he will. That's the problem. I don't think he actually has it in him. What's that? There's a notch in that tree. That one too. Every tree in this area has a notch cut into it. We better get out of here right now. Sugimoto, hurry. Ah! Oh shit. She was wrong cue, actually. The trees are falling this way. Do dominoes of death. End of 241. So Nodo's using this last tagline to do two different kinds of wordplay. The first is a do part. On the same page, the SFX of do is a sound of trees crashing to the ground. The second is the word domin or taoshi. It literally means domino knockdown / fall down. And it's the Japanese name of the game where dominoes are lined up in a chain so that each one knocks over the next one. In this case, Noda changed the last shi sound in that word to the kanji that means death. Oh. Oh. Oh man, that's morbid. It's like, yeah, by the way, he just changed it to what? To death. It's like, oh. 242. Whoa. Crack, crack, wham, wham. What's going on? It's like an avalanche. Avalanche? My Britishness is coming out. 242 each in turn. What the hell happened? This is the logging method they use in Hokkaido. My family was in the forestry business, so I know about it. First you cut notches into dozens and dozens of trees, then you chop down a tree standing upwind of the rest. By doing that, the trees all fall down like dominoes. That's a really efficient way of doing things. When I think about it, it's actually a really efficient way of doing it. I mean, dangerous, don't get me wrong, but quite efficient. Sugimoto and the other two went into the forest. Don't tell me they got caught in the middle of that. Sugimoto! Asidapa! Asidapa! Oh, are you okay, Sugimoto? I should be asking you that. Does it hurt anywhere? How about your arms and legs? Are any of them trapped by the tree? I don't know. We've got to get out of here and get some first aid. Is anyone out there? Shirashi! I'm gonna get you out of here. You gotta get a hold of yourself. Or would you go back home and live with the person that you said you loved? There's this person named Ume. Was she who Agata was talking about when she mentioned you fighting for the woman you love? I was going to spend my life with Ume. My family all died of tuberculosis, and I had no choice but to leave her. Ume ended up marrying Toraji. Toraji was also one of our childhood friends, so I could at least feel at ease that he wouldn't take good care of her, but Ume got an eye disease, and they needed a lot of money to treat her condition. But Toraji... In order to keep my promise, I have to go back home and give that money to Toraji's wife. Sugimoto, Sirapa! The fact that you're searching for that the fact that you're searching that frantically means that that girl must be your ticket to victory. She's Noporobu's daughter, right? That's right, isn't it, Shirashi? Will she shut up? Who gives a shit about that? It feels like it feels like Noporobu. It feels like Botaru, if I pronounce his name correctly. Botaru is actually trying to like bring out what would otherwise be like the true intentions of the character, but Shirashi's not that at this point in time. Thank you. I've actually given life to these characters pretty well. I do hope I do that. So you need that buried gold no matter what. If we do find the buried gold, I'll stay as your partner until you're satisfied with how this whole incident has turned out, Asidapa. You didn't tell me the answer I truly wanted to hear though. Before we worry about all of that, we need to get out of here. It doesn't look like something we can manage though. Shirashi and the others will come rescue us, I'm sure of it. He could be trapped under all of this too. Even if he was, he would just worm his way through all of these trees, wouldn't he? I'm sure he's trying his absolute hardest to find us. He must really want that gold then. After all, his insane lust for money knows no bounds. That's true. That's true, sure, but he keeps his promise with me, and he stayed at your side the whole time you were in Karafuto. So I think it would it would be better to tell him what you told me, wouldn't it? You remembered the key to solving the code. Yeah, you're right. I really should have told him sooner, but I just never got around to saying it. Look at that Kamuy flying squirrel has come to save us. Oh, Anat Kamuy's flying squirrel has come to save us. I'm so glad what happened. I'm so glad what happened to Karafuto wasn't meaningless. Shirashi, I'm shocked you were able to find us here. He has got a pretty good nose actually finding everyone. Hood guys saw you two when it happened. Oh man, I miss Vasily so much. Hey, give us a hand. The people I'm with I've got buried under the trees you guys cut down. Oh no, that's awful. Where are they? That's a good shot. All the Kamuy that were here, I wonder where they'll go. Look at the state of the woods on this side. I hadn't noticed it at all. By the 40th year of the Meiji era, the increasing population in cities all over Hokkaido meant that the resources of the forest around each city had already been seriously depleted. We cut down trees to sustain our way of life too. Just like the Japanese, we hunt deer and bears. We even hunted wolves and sold their pelts too. I don't think you can blame someone for trying to lead an affluent life. What matters is that you don't take too much. When we go hunting, we don't take all of the meat that we catch. We return some to the mountain. When we gather wild plants, we leave some behind. The next year, those plants will have increased. That's the way we've always done things. If we refrain from taking everything and leave some behind, then our Kamuy won't vanish. Just remember that Aka said that. Botaro, why don't you show that coin to Asiropa? She's Noporobu's daughter. Whoa, Shirashi. It's fine, don't worry about it. He already figured it out a while back. This was lying on the bottom of Lake Shikotsu. You hold on to it, Asiropa. That market looks like our tattoos, so Wilk must have made that coin too. This coin shape, it looks like an Ainu symbol. The symbol can mean something like each in turn, mutually, or to cross over. So the Ainu in every region each gathered up gold dust in turn, and held on to the dream of one day having our own country. Maybe that coin was made to commemorate that. Interesting. When he was in Russia a long time ago, Aka told Sophia that the Ainu and the minority ethnic groups of the Far East should unite. The fact that he held onto this coin until the moment his boat sunk into Lake Shikotsu means that his desire that we should all come together and protect each other has never changed. There's no way he would think to kill the people he was trying to save. Aka didn't kill those Ainu. And now I finally understand what I need to do for the sake of the Ainu. Her name means future. 242, end. Oh shit! Who guess who's back? Though they run for all eternity, the distance between them will never grow shorter. 243 is the superior privates. Hello, how's it going? How are you doing today? Don't ever do it, Asami. You're gonna set your dick on fire. The senior detective is on the case. This is the one and only investigative method that shows results, sir. You let the criminal get away, sir. So just shut up, sir. Kikuta's also a spy as well from the last volume. As far as the superior privates in the 7th Division go, Ogata was a pretty damn weird one too. That he was. Ogata was a weird one. I found myself thinking, what the hell is wrong with that superior privates in our division? Can he please not lump me in with a bastard like him? That's not no spoiled little punk. Damn you. It's kind of weird because he's jacking off right now. But there's nobody better than him when it came to shooting. Lieutenant Tsurumi gave him special attention too. What? He wasn't any more than a glorified walking gun. I was Lieutenant Tsurumi's #1 way more than he was. Damn you. Do you remember Lieutenant Hanazawa. There we go. Hanazawa Yusaku. He died in battle on 203 Hill. He was Lord Hanazawa's son with his legal wife, and Ogata's brother from a different mother. Damn you! Of course I remember that. Oh shit! Well, there's something that happened. It was while Ogata was recovering in the hospital, a little while after Sugimoto knocked him into a river in the middle of winter. Oh, Yusaku, sir. Yusaku, sir? While he was muttering in that delirium, Ogata said that the name of his brother that he killed was a pitiful little weakling. He killed the second lieutenant Hanazawa? Oh dear, you don't know? The second lieutenant was shot perfectly in the center of the back of his head. There's nobody else who could have done it. Why did Ogata kill him? They seem to get along well to me. He looks so awkward. He looks so awkward. He's so cute. So President Tsurumi said, no, you better not kill him after all. Man, and this is after he said, if Yusaku is out of the picture, Hyakunosuke's father will start to show him love, which means we'll be able to control Lord Hanazawa. How boring. The lieutenant must have decided that Yusaku has value as an unspored symbol. Yusaku's just riding on his dad's coattails. I really hope Lieutenant Tsurumi isn't glorifying him more than he deserves. How the fuck do we just find this out just now? I miss Ogata so much. Once that false front he shows the world is peeled away, Lieutenant Tsurumi will change his mind about him. Everyone's the same deep down. When you kill a Russian soldier, you don't feel bad about it, right, Osami? I sure don't. In a way, it's their own fault for letting themselves be killed. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Anyone's capable of committing a crime. Killing them doesn't make you killing them doesn't make you feel any sense less. Makes you feel any sense of guilt, does it? There we go. No, it doesn't. Whether your parents love you or not doesn't cause any difference at all in what a person becomes. Exactly right. I knew it, so there's nothing strange about me after all. Oh, I knew it, so there's nothing strange about me after all. But his younger brother, Yusaku, really was a pure and incorruptible person. I want to see you kill him, sir. If I kill Yusaku and find out that my father loves me after all, that will show that in the end Yusaku could have ended up becoming the same kind of person that I am. Don't you think so? Yeah, I do. Sami's fucking creepy. But in the end, Lord Hanazawa never even looked his way. Man, Ogata does actually have some serious dad issues. Man, does he have some serious daddy issues. So he's feeling all miserable and upset because Yusaku died while he was still pure and good. Isn't that adorable? Yeah. I don't have time for this crap. I know that you were riding up the group of traitors behind the scenes. What about President Tsurumi could have possibly left you dissatisfied? Don't tell me it was because of that. I can imagine, to be honest. We may have lost a war hero today, but I'm certain we'll find another one in you. You've done well. Oh shit. You've been left behind, Ogata, so I'm sure everyone will support you, he said. Was your goal to become a leader of the 7th Division? Is that what you've accepted? Is that why you accepted the job of killing Lord Hanazawa? No, I had some things I wanted to ask him before the end. Don't tell me that you're hoping that First Lieutenant Tsurumi will love you if you gain more power in the division. Not at all. Looking to Mantetsu, your father was in the way of your father was in the way of First Lieutenant Tsurumi's plans. That's all it was, you know. That's what made you upset, wasn't it? Lord Hanazawa wasn't killed because of you, but for a completely different reason. Even after you killed Yusaku, your father wouldn't love you. Even after you killed your father, First Lieutenant Tsurumi wouldn't love you in his place. You turned sulky and spiteful because there was nobody who would love you. I love him though. And decided to blame everything on First Lieutenant Tsurumi, even though all of it was even though all of it was your damn fault. Hyakunosuke, you're just as much of a piece in the First Lieutenant Tsurumi's game as Yusaku or that rich brat Koito. but you got full of yourself and decided to turn traitors against him. Your overwhelming love turned into overwhelming hate, and now you're fixated on him, right? I know what you're I know what I'm talking about. I can see right through you. It's whispering. If you're going to follow that stale, cliche, or delusion of yours, Usami, then that would make you the cheapest piece on the board. Woo! I fucking love him. How can you hate Ogata at all? It's impossible. He's so good. I love him. Oh man. Are you alright, Superior Private Asami? Hit with a bedpan. Firefly Class Mishima is pursuing him right now. If we let Ogata run free, he should end up meeting with the other rebels. Did you hear? He said that was a cheap piece. No, I didn't hear any of the conversation, sir. I'm not a piece. Damn you, damn you, damn you. It's really weird how it's just juxtaposed with him jacking off. Like, it's just the most weirdest feeling in the world. I'm sure Ogata Hyakanosuke will catch wind of the serial killings and come to Sapporo. He'll come here to cause trouble for First Lieutenant Tsurumi. Of course he will. Of course he will. That's what he does best. That's why he's my husband. Oh, it looks like Ogata got a duck. I've finally gotten used to shooting left-handed. Hey, he's left-handed now as well. So am I. See, we're destined. We're destined. So does this mean that our sniper has finally recovered? No. You can only call someone a sniper when they shoot people. It's a fucking good shot of him as well. He's always got me. That's what I always say. He's always got me. My unwavering love for him, even though he's an absolute dick. I still love him. The Wild Cat Won't Tell. 243 end. So, anywho, let's actually put 244. Let's carry on. So, the Revolutionary War, Sophia Golden Kamuy hand. Oh shit! We're finally getting this. Svetlana, you hid out in a Nivik village near the prison, right? Did you meet some Japanese soldiers and an Ainu girl? Yeah, we met them, right, Gunsoku? Wait, what was her name? What was her name? Asidipa? Asidipa? Was Asidipa gone back? She was really looking forward to seeing her grandma who lives in Otaru. Otaru. They've come to Otaru. So 244, landing in Otaru. Veterli. M1881. Sophia. Another man has collapsed. It must be Berry, right? There's several men who seem to have scurvy too. I'll look for a doctor. Oh shit! Everyone's back. Yeah. Not Lord Togu. Looks like I'm able to get Lord Togu again then. This Lord Ijichi? This Lord Ijichi really is strong. You're never going to get ahead in the world like that, Tsukushima. So you're saying I should go easy on my superior officers if I play Mencore with them. Do you know her? No, sir, but she seems extremely dangerous, so please be careful. Right now, I have to restrain myself so I can find out where Asidipa is. By the way, if I said that Tsurumi's orders were for us to wait in Sapporo, he brought his search for Asidipa to a stop, and he headed that way. So I can tell it Koito. If you want one, then you simply have to make it yourself. Sapporo. It's a place near here that serves really good rice curry. How about we tip back some glasses of Sapporo beer and have some curry? God, I really need some Sapporo beer right now. It would really stand out if we did that in these outfits. Come on, buy some candy. What is it, Tony Anji? God, it's been so long since I've actually seen 20 as well. I heard a voice I recognize. Whose voice? Yueiji's. Ah, him, huh? That demon. Taro. Who are you looking for? Looking for my dog, Taro. You were looking for Taro yesterday too, right? Yeah. Have you seen a white dog? Did he have a black spot? Do you have a black spot on the side of his nose? Yeah, that's Taro. I just saw him over there then. Really? Here, this way. The last time I saw him, he was sleeping in the shade that cat with a spot on the side of his. Last time I saw him, he was sleeping in the shade. That cat with a spot on the side of his nose. Cat? Taro isn't a cat. What? He's not a cat? Kidding, I'm kidding. He's a dog, right? What happened to your face? Did you draw all of that? These are tattoos. I use a needle and put them on my face myself. That must be really fucking painful. Did it hurt? It really, really hurt. But if you bear the pain, you start to think that the whole thing made you stronger. It's like you can paint over your entire self and transform into a stronger person. Because this world, every minute of every day, is full of nothing but disappointments, you know. Let me tell you about the first time that Yueiji Keiji ever talked to me. He said while I was doing labor outside of prison, a woman spoke with me who said she was your aunt. He told me that she had a Yamaguchi dialect. I had no idea that I had an aunt. He said she wants to schedule a visit with you, but it would cause big trouble for her if it got around that Botaro, the pirate, was a blood relative. It seems that it was because her husband was involved with the government. From that point on, Yueiji said that he would sometimes see my aunt while he was doing outside labor. He said that she was well dressed and had eyebrows that looked like mine, and had moles on her earlobes. Every time he saw me, he said, "Did she come to visit you?" He asked me this for years. So I waited for my aunt to come. After all, she's my one and only blood relative. I wonder if maybe she wouldn't show up after all, since I was an awful criminal and all. Then one day I ended up sharing a cell with Ushiyama Tatsuma. He'd been chained up to Eiji every time they did outside labor. And he told me I never once saw a woman like that. When I went to Eiji and pressed him for answers, he took one look at my face and fell over, laughing his head off. His favorite thing in the world is to see the look on someone's face when they're disappointed. Oh. Here, look. Oh. Taro. That's not right. I guess it was a little too scary. Does it hurt? Okay. Do you want me to stop? You don't want to die after all. Let's go back home. Just kidding. Ah, that's it. That's the face, Keiji. Okay then, how about we see that kind of face you make when I snap your spine in two? Oh shit. 244 end. Snap it in half, Professor Penis. Oh shit, it's going down now. Man, I have missed this manga so much, to be honest. I miss this. Oh shit, wrong screen. So 245, Towns of Reunion. Oh, Ushiyama? So monster versus master. Wow, that lady's breasts are so big they're dragging it on the ground. What? Of course that's the one that gets him. Whoa, hold on a second. I'll turn you into a squishy little mashed octopus. Oh my. Bit too strong. Ow. Wait, listen. I'll show you something amazing. Something really super amazing. It's something great that has to do with the buried gold. Sure. I'll let you tell me all about it right before I pop your head off. It's no damn fun when it's just you. Ah! Holy fuck. Oh, Ushiyama will literally Ushiyama can literally just look at you and you're just snapped in half. Wasn't that Ushiyama just now? Rice curry sure is tasty. Oh, whoops. Ah, dang it. Excuse me, could we get another spoon, please? What's going on? Little lady, we meet again. Professor Penis! The reunion of the century. Ushiyama? Why's Hichigata so goddamn cool as well? Honestly. Man's is so goddamn cool. He even took a fucking stab to the arm as well and just brushed it off. It has been quite a while though, when you think about it. It's been a long while. It was 2 seasons at this point. Stop it already. It would be a waste to lose either of you. Good point. Can't lose best boy either. Yeah, that's right. Both of you need to calm down. Just talk things over for a minute. What are? Doria! 2:45 end. So anyway, Ushiyama is so goddamn strong. I love him. Oh shit, wrong thing. 2:46. Zwa! A deathmatch between Immortal and Undefeated. Is he going to bring out that incredible technique? Shining Wizard? 2:46, the icon of the Ainu. Sorry, stop them. Ushiyama! Hey there, pirate. Been a while, hasn't it? It didn't work. Stop it, you two. Gah! Are you alright? Are you alright, Kadokura? I think I might have sprained it. Why'd you two even come to Sapporo? I love Kadokura so much as well. Kadokura is amazing. Move away from him, Ushiyama. If we don't stop them, they're going to bring the authorities up, or the 7th Division down on our heads. Kyros. Ariko and Ogata should be nearby. Go get them. Ogata? His husband's nearby. Ogata is nearby? Hood guy. He just said that Ogata is here. Ogata, hood guy. Ogata! No, Ogata, you can't shoot anyone just yet. That's against the law. Ogata! 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 That's my gun! This is so adorable. Just calm down, hood guy. You don't need the spoons, right? Now then. If I did this, I bet it would really throw things into chaos. It would literally throw everything into chaos. Honestly, brutally honest, right now, if he shot a Sidiper at that point, shit would hit the fan so badly that I don't think he would survive. What? Sidiper, get somewhere safe. You fucking set me up in a Abashiri. Hijigata Toshizo. You pulled me and Sidiper apart, and thanks to that, I ended up getting shot in the head by Ogata. It was like, it's his way of showing his love for you, though. Let's be real. Huh? Is that true? I should have killed you in Abashiri. Go ahead and try it, you old piece of shit. I knew that you would get in the way. The hell was that? Oh, I thought that was a phone call. You bet I'd get in the way. After all, you and Oporobu were planning to make the Sidiper into an icon of the Ainu, to use the newspapers to aspire and rile up the people, and turn her into a warrior who would fight in a war for independence, weren't you? My way of thinking is slightly different, actually. I have no need for women or children to fight as soldiers, but if you simply don't care about the future of your own people, then you're welcome to live a carefree life up in the mountains. In that case, there's no need for the two of you to try and kill each other. Got him there. I want to ask you something, Hijikata Toshizo. In your vision of the future, what will become of the Ainu? At the rate things are progressing, the resources of Hokkaido's forest are going to run out. So we'll make a coal mine. I make the coal mine the backbone of the Republic of Ezo's economy. With the development of the coal mining industry, we will recruit people from many different nations to emigrate here and strengthen our own. Instead of the Yamamoto people who have lived in this country surrounded only by other Yamamoto, the Ainu who have spent many generations living alongside the ethnic minority groups of the Far East and the Russian people, will serve as a better tie to bind together the people of a multi-ethnic nation. The Hokkaido and Karafuto Ainu and the blue-eyed Polish people who have suffered oppression at the hands of the Russian Empire. The blood of all of them runs in your veins, Siddhartha, and that makes you truly suited to be a leader who stands as the symbol of a multicultural country. The Republic of Ezo? Well, at least you could say it's a bit better than First Lieutenant Tsurumi, though I sure wasn't planning to run into these guys here anyway. It is very interesting how this whole entire thing is panning out, though. I do actually quite enjoy how it's panning out. Actually, coal mining must have actually been a very massive thing, like turn of the century, like about mid-1900s. Above all else, I want to avoid the buried Ainu gold being stolen by the 7th Division. All the tattooed skins that Tsugimoto was carrying were stolen by First Lieutenant Tsurumi. But now we have new skins that neither the Hichigata nor Tsurumi groups have gotten their hands on. So there's no choice but for us to join forces. They somehow do come together in the end, don't they? They somehow do it. That girl is a Siddhartha? It seems that she's changed a bit in the short time since I last saw her. There's a powerful warrior there's powerful warriors all around her, yet she's standing on an even footing with them. Ah, I forgot about Yueiji. Ow. Ow. I'll show you Botaru and Matsuda Hater's tattoos. So I'd like you to show me the tattooed skins that you have. So we haven't gathered every tattoo. It's likely the code can be solved, but I'd still like to look at every skin you have. I'll allow it if it's you alone, Siddhartha. My thinking is that there's something that the tattooed skins are all certain to have, and that can't be. It's not Hokyu Osukoni. My memories aren't the key. Oh shit! 246 end. So, Republic of Ezo is a short-lived nation which existed for about 6 months in 1869, which was an attempt by former shogunate forces, including Hijikata Toshizo, to establish their own nation, Ezo, modern-day Hokkaido. It was quickly quashed by the new imperial government. The Republic of Ezo was first mentioned back in Chapter 70. It was in attempting to defend this new country during the Battle of Hakodate that the historical Hijikata lost his life. Yamato people. This is another term for ethnically Japanese people, used in this case to distinguish them from other ethnic groups like the Ainu. Interesting. Interesting. So, 247. Tattooed skins, fake skins. The key to solving the code is written in Siddhartha's memories. 247 rule. I realized that there was a certain rule that the tattooed skins all follow. The skins that First Lieutenant Tsurumi stole were taken before I remembered Aka's name, so I had no way to check them, but Shirashi Yoshitake, Matsuda Hater, Botaru the Pirate, the copy of Gunsoku's tattoo, was taken away by Sergeant Tsukishima, but I was able to check and confirm it first. All of them properly followed the rule, which is the one from the taxidermist shop. There's a high likelihood that the skin is a fake. It's here. It's just like I thought. This one doesn't follow the rule. This one doesn't follow the rule. Doesn't follow the rule. I was right. I thought, did I say doesn't. You're absolutely sure these ones are real. Yes, I skinned Sekia and Yoichiro myself. Yoshiyama, Ienaga, Hijikata, Tony Suzukawa. They're all copies, but all of them follow the rule. What about this one? I got to found that one at a gambling hall in Barato. Ogata, huh? That makes it suspect. Nobody was around to actually see the skin being cut off, right? Are you familiar with the comic that this tattoo belonged to? No, I wasn't. Noporobu was moved around from communal cell to communal cell. Each time it happened, he tattooed the convicts who shared the cell with him. Warden Inudo was after the gold himself, so he deliberately kept quiet and let it happen. We can't be certain where exactly this came from, but from what I can see, it follows the rule. The problem is this skin here. How'd you get your hands on this skin? Kentaro got it at an oil seller shop. Nobody saw the actual moment when it was skinned, but I think that this one is a real one as well. What's your basis for thinking that? Because President Tsurumi was also after it. But this tattooed skin, it doesn't follow the rule. This kanji, it reads as ha, right? It could also be read as u. Hokyu oskoni ho. Oh, I get it. There's one other reason why I can be confident in saying that this skins from Barato and the All Seller are the real thing. The taxidermist made 6 skins. And if we assume that the skin we found at the taxidermist shop was a fake, then that leaves 5 fake skins. The remaining 5 skins were stolen from First Lieutenant Tsurumi by Ariko Rikimatsu. Actually, not quite accurate to say they were stolen. That he stole the skins. Rather, President Tsurumi let Ariko Rikimatsu take them so that the fakes would fall into our hands. In other words, all six of the counterfeit skins are right here. The 5 skins that the man called Ariko bought you're absolutely truly sure are fakes. The odds of them being fake are extremely high. It's true that of these 5 skins, 3 of them don't follow the rule. But these 2 skins here, they do follow the rule. Am I wrong? Is Aka's name not the key that solves the tattooed code? Acidipa, for what I've got to say, it sounds like you know the key that would solve the code. Is that true? Tell me. Right here and right now. Tell me what it is. I don't know. Unless we get all of the skins, I can't know anything for sure. But even if we did manage to get every single skin, without some way to tell the counterfeit skins apart from the real ones, there won't be any way to solve the code. Oh shit, it's Tsurumi. It's the boy. Within those 5 skins that I let Ariko take with him, I mixed in some raw tattooed skins. The tattoos must have some kind of principle, some rule behind them. The things you thought were real tend to be fake, and the things you thought were fake tend to be real. You'll begin to be filled with doubts, and the intent to solve the code will be hindered. Where's Hood Guy? He's off hiding somewhere. Now even if Ogata tries to get near us, Hood Guy should act as a repellent. Katakura, you bastard! You knew that Noporobu was fake, didn't you? Ah, just shut up and forget about it. Forget about it already. What's with the attitude? Ah, that was scary as hell, damn it. So, Ushiyama, if you find the buried gold, have you thought about how you're going to use how you're going to use your share? Well, I'll gather up really strong people from all over the world and have a competition to figure out who's the strongest. My share will be the prize money for that. Oh man, I love it. That dream really sounds like you, Ushiyama. I'm going to manage a sheep ranch. Nobody in Hokkaido is doing that yet. Sheep are easier to raise than cows, but I can sell the wool at a good price for military use. I hear that mutton smells really awful. Your plan's definitely gonna fail. Well then, Shirashi, what's your dream? My dream? I'd go to the pleasure district, eat lots of tasty food. That's just the kind of stuff you already do at all the time anyway. Ariko, I heard that your father was one of the 7 Ainu who were killed at Tomakomai. I didn't even realize that my father was trying to use the buried gold to buy weapons and start an uprising. My father was a gentle man who never spoke much. To think that he'd been planning something like that. My father was Wilk. My father, Wilk. Everyone seems to think that he killed your father and the others, but I believe that he didn't do it. My father was concerned about the future of the Ainu, and he was trying to get all of them to join forces and work together. What happened to our fathers? I'm certain that it will become clear as we continue on the road that leads to the buried gold. Asidipa, you are truly strong. Damn it! Stop playing around and get to bed already. There are only 2 days left until Sapporo serial killer is predicted to strike again. We need to get up bright and early and tomorrow to search through Sapporo. Shut up already! You can do it. You can do it. Ah, my hands all dried up and stiff. I haven't found a single hint about the killer. My sense through me is going to scold me, and they'll reach Sapporo soon. Though I jerk and jerk, my investigation shows no sign of proceeding. I gaze closely at my hand. just kidding. Oh my god. So, he said something about an investigation. One of the authorities then. I gazed closely on my hand, eh? I think I could make a pretty good poem. I can't speak anymore. I think I can make a pretty good poem with that line. The next crime scene was, let's see, where was it again? This is a church, so over there, right? Hold on, this is... I figured it out. I gazed closely at his back. 247 end. So I gazed closely at my hand. This scene is actually a joke that relates one of the Ishikawa Takuboku's poems. Remember that this character is based on a real person of the same name. The real Takuboku is most famous for his collection of short poems called A Handful of Sand. One of the more well-known poems from that collection goes like this, roughly translated. Though I work, my life shows no signs of getting better. I gaze closely at my hand. As you can see, when you compare it to Usami's poem, the two are obviously similar. The last line is exactly the same, though in Takuboku's original poem, the meaning is related more to gazing at the results of a crushing exhaustion. And there you are. So 248. I'll probably read about 250 today. I actually think that'd be a good place to end on. So 248 church. Yeah, no mistake about it. That's the place where the next murder will happen. With my arms crossed in front of my chest, I think to myself, if only some great enemy would walk out right in front of me. Ah, you're a reporter, right? What do you mean about knowing where the next murder will take place? You're the official that was at the crime scene, right? What, are you trying to take all the credit for yourself? Will I be able to tell if I look at this map? Huh. Give me the map. Like hell I will. What else can you do in a situation like that besides eat the map? I got to tell Mr. Hijikato and the others. Or whatever. I'll figure it out if I see the map right. A Nambu semi-automatic pistol? You're from the 10th Division. Hey, what are you doing there? Ah. You're over there, right? Come on out. The next day, in the brothel area that was home to the unlicensed prostitutes. The shops were set up so that it was difficult to tell what exactly they were there for. Within these shops, prostitution was able to take place in secret. For that reason, these places were called ambiguous shops. Makes sense. Makes sense. It has got a lot of ambiguity to it. The killer has got to be a government official. Government official? Chorokin. They already cracked down on us every chance they get, calling it a tanuki hunt. You know, in this town there are twice as many unlicensed prostitutes as there are licensed one, either working in places like this or out walking the streets, and not paying any business taxes. A licensed prostitute who was granted permission from the government and was allowed to work as a prostitute. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I have no idea how the prostitution business works in its entirety, but I didn't know that. Ow. I'm sure they're trying to tell us if you don't want to get killed, go get approved by the Hokkaido government and start servicing customers at a proper brothel. Whether it's a licensed brothel or an ambiguous shop, anyone going in there is bound to have their face be seen by the employees. So the killer must be targeting the streetwalkers who find their customers on the streets. Stay off the streets on tonight of all nights. If you don't stay inside, you'll be killed. Okay then, mister. How about you keep me company for the whole night? The 4 women who were killed were all streetwalkers. If we go from one end of the town to the other, speaking to them and getting them off the streets, they'll be able to narrow down the area where the killer can search for his target. Green sleeves. Green sleeves. Why does everyone do shit naked in this manga? The more I think about it, everyone do be naked and doing things. He's going to kill somebody today. We're running out of time. It's crazy to try and cover the whole city and get every single streetwalker inside. Bubble blower peddler. Hurry if we let him escape tonight, he's going to leave this city and disappear. Crap, this is bad. The sun's getting down. Shirashi. Just in case we forgot, that's Shirashi. We're not gonna make it. It's just not possible to pinpoint the next murder spot in such a huge city. Ishikawa Takuboku? What on earth happened to you, Ishikawa? The 7th Division was chasing after me, so I hid in the ditch. They were after me because I figured out where the next murder is going to happen. Ishikawa! The criminal was imitating Jack the Ripper right down to the time when the killings take place. So we still have time, since that means it won't happen until the middle of the night. Take a look at this map. This is Toyohira River, and this is a church that's located in the slums in the Eastern District. And these are the scenes of the 4 murders. Hold on a minute. That's not a map of Sapporo. Where is that map of? Huh? Whitechapel in London. Huh? Saint Botolif's Church. Is that St. Paul's Cathedral? Don't actually. At the time of the Jack the Ripper killings, his victims would circle around that church in order to pick up customers. The Thames River and the location of the church, along with the spots where the murders took place in Whitechapel, if we look at all of those points in comparison to the ones in Sapporo, then it's an exact match. In Sapporo, the city that resembles Whitechapel, the criminal was even trying to recreate the location of the crime. Why would you try to recreate, of all people, Jack the Ripper? Jack the Ripper's 5th murder took place here at this spot. So also the final one, if I remember correctly, isn't it? The 5th one? If I remember correctly, the 5th one's the last one? Or was it the 7th one was the last one? Can't remember. Which means that the location of the final murder... It's the final murder. I was going to say. I was right. Which means that the location of the final murder in Sapporo will be the Sapporo Brewery. Phew, there now, I've told you. That's enough, get some rest. Ishikawa, you've accomplished quite a feat. I misjudged you. The Republic of Ezo that you talked about sounds awfully interesting. So you know, I really want to see it for myself. Hey Takaboku, this postcard. This is of that Oiran that came from Tokyo to the pleasure district here in Susukino, right? She's the talk of the town. Don't tell me that what you were really hoping for was that you would luck out with her if you get the credit for solving the case. Well, listen, damn it, Oiran won't do it with you no matter how much money you have, not unless they like you. Ah, if only you died and been reborn as a grasshopper. How truly sad it is when a man is so completely unable to let go of a single-minded dedication to his own self-interest. 248 end. So, 249. So, various dreams. A journey is made delightful by the people who accompany you, and the world is made delightful by the beer that accompanies you. This evening you'll spend it in Sapporo. This evening you spend in Sapporo will truly be golden. One after the other, the members of the 7th Division assemble in Sapporo. Superior Private Osami and Warrant Officer Kikuta have already arrived in Sapporo, right? We're supposed to meet up at the clock tower. Lieutenant Surumi might be arriving tomorrow as well, sir. Will you be able to interact with him the same way that you did before? I could ask you the same thing. If you're that worried about it, then we can exchange our own Menko and always keep this with us. I haven't made one, sir. God damn that crew, though. That goddamn crew. We'll make groups of 3 people. They'll be spread out in the area around the brewery and wait for the criminal. Each group will have one decoy who will be dressed as a streetwalker, one attacker who will protect the decoy and take down the criminal, and one signaler who will notify the other groups that the criminal has shown up. For a signal, we will shoot up this firework. The firework shell is only 2 sun in diameter and filled with only 5 fun of gunpowder, but we should be able to see even from the other side of the brewery. We'll hurry and assemble where the fireworks have launched and join in securing the tattooed skin. If you can confirm that he's one of the escaped convicts, it doesn't matter whether he's brought in dead or alive. Kantaro Shirashi, Karakura, and the pirate will be the streetwalkers. Nakakura, Asidipa, Kiwarus, and Ariko will be the signalers. Hijikata, Sugimoto, and Tony Anji and Ushima will be attackers. God, that's a mouthful. Jesus Christ. with people like this on the offensive, it's really is there really even a need to signal to everyone else to come help? If we're able to take care of this quickly and easily, then all the better. But the possibility still exists that some unforeseen circumstance could arise, like the comet running away. Now we need to split up and go remove all the streetwalkers who are working in the area around the brewery. Hey, Sugimoto, isn't it dangerous to have a Sidipa involved in this plan too? If something happens to her, we won't be able to solve the code. No, it's better if we stay together. Hijikata has already betrayed us once. A guy who betrays you once is likely to do it again and again. I won't leave Sugimoto's side either, because we're partners. Also, I can't be the only one who sits and waits someplace. After all, the buried gold is supposed to be for the sake of we Ainu and our future. Is your dream to protect the Ainu of the future, Sidipa? It's something that somebody has to do, so I've decided that I'm going to do it. Will that make you happy too? You talk too much, and all you ever do is ask people about their dreams. I want to hear about it for my own reference. If there's someone better if there's some better way than become a king and make a big family, then I'll change course to that. When I was left all on my own, I realized that if I died too, that would mean that the memories of my grandmother, my parents, my brothers, they would all vanish from the world along with me. And that realization made me unbearably lonely. I thought about how happy I would be if my children and their children after them told the world about me. How wonderful it would be if there were people around to talk about me, even long after I'm gone. Young lady, you better get out of the way. Get out of here right away. Oh dear, why is that? I've heard that there's going to be a tanuki hunt tonight in the area around the brewery. Will Sugimoto Saichi be there in the future you're thinking of, Sidipa? Still don't think you will actually kind of leave him though? Leave her though, I mean? He looks exactly like the prostitute I slept with the other night. That woman is way too huge. Maybe we should have had you do it instead, Ariko. They're here. You're young, huh? I can tell from your butt. You got such a nice butt. Good evening. A foreigner? He said that his name was Michael Ostrog. His nationality was unknown. He snuck into the country on board a trading vessel, killed a prostitute in Yokohama, and was arrested. He became the first foreigner in Japan to be put on death row and was imprisoned in Abashiri. There are lots of foreigners working as advisors at Sapporo Agricultural College, so it's not rare to see them around. We need to be on the lookout for any foreigners wandering around the slums. When I was looking at this map, the thought struck me: is the killer really only imitating the London incidents? The murders in London took place about 20 years ago. If we suppose that Jack the Ripper was in his 30s at the time, and if he had kept hidden and was still alive today, he would be in his 50s. It's about how old Michael Ostrog was. That would be a fucking twist. If Jack the Ripper survived and actually went to Japan instead. That would be a fucking twist. Because Jack the Ripper was actually never found in the end, if I remember correctly. If I remember. Could it be that Michael Ostrog is remembering the far city of London and is trying to recreate the crime scenes and relive the memories of the crime he himself committed in order to create his own sacred ground in Sapporo? Oh shit! I stand there, unmoving. 249 end. So yeah, Michael Ostrog. Michael Ostrog was an actual historical figure, a Russian robber and scam artist who was also considered one of the possible suspects to have been Jack the Ripper. Ostrog was one of 3 men named as potential suspects in the I can't say that word. Memorandum, a report made by the Chief Constable of the London Metropolitan Police, Melville, that word. He was named because of a history of being habitually cruel to women, along with the fact that his common scam of pretending to be a surgeon in the Russian Navy meant that he would often have surgical knives and other tools on him. However, later research showed that Ostrog was imprisoned in France at the time of the Jack the Ripper killings in 1888. That and a lack of any history of violence or homicide seems to rule Ostrog out as a serious suspect. He appears to have spent his whole life basically a petty crook, a scam artist. Ostrog spent time in and out of prison until 1904, when he was released from prison and disappeared from the historical record. It's unknown when he died, but it's likely that Noda figured this time was perfect to introduce him to Golden Kamuy. Honestly though, if it actually was that he actually was Jack the Ripper in the end, that'd be a fucking twist. Like in real life. Honestly, I'd be like, whoa! Noda solved it. Which actually would make me think Noda actually is onto something the entire time. Or is Superior Private Usami 250? I mean, he's off doing more seaman detective work. What kind of detective work? Usami has gone on ahead. It sounds like he's got info about the next killing from the newspaper reporter. He knows where it will take place tonight, but the reporter managed to get away from him, so it's possible that the authorities will be at the scene too. We can't wait until Vincent Surimi arrives. We'll have to catch the criminal ourselves. The fittest warriors of the 7th Division enter the fray. I've seen those 2 malls before. Pardon me, this is the Sapporo Brewery, right? 250 fireworks. Could you take a look at this map for me? This circled part is where we are now, right? Is this the whole area up to the end of that road there, the brewery? What is Usami doing in a place like this? With a place this large, there won't be enough seamen. Such a weird sentence. What the hell is he talking about? This guy is more dangerous than Jack the Ripper. He's one of the 7th Division. Is he alone? Is that the killer? Katakura knows the killer's face, so I'm sure he'll give us some sort of signal. Ah, hey, hold on. Whoa, are you okay? It's hard to see where you're walking. So here, be careful. It's set up, stay in the shadows where the moonlight doesn't reach. Sit close to a wall whenever we're moving around, and be sure not to step out into the wide open areas. I'm sure that Bata Delgata is out there somewhere aiming for you. Good point. Where's Ogata been this entire time? According to Higata Toshizo, even after he returned from Karafuto, Ogata still seemed like he was going after the gold. So would he shoot me even in that case? I really don't know. He was about to, actually. He was about to. It's likely that he teamed up with Kyodanki by saying that he wanted to share the money. Also, he could bide his time and wait for the chance to get the method for solving the code out of you. That's what makes the most sense, right? But when we cornered him, he tried to shoot you. When we came back from Hokkaido and by coincidence ended up joining forces with Hijikata Toshizo, Ogata started being able to come back to them. Of course, he can't go back to Surumi either. He's all by himself. So if he can't get the gold, he'll kill you and screw everything up for everyone. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Exactly what he's thinking. Right down to the T. Kill me and ruin everything? So you're saying what he wants is disappoint everyone? You bet. I wonder, is that really all there is to it? It's simply not right that people like you exist. Head Jada Kadokura? I don't believe it. You're still alive? And you've been reduced to working as a male prostitute? How heartbreaking. Kya! Huh? Oh. Is Hijikata Toshizo here then? Oh shit. Oh shit. Good evening. Such a mess. It's already a mess. Damn it, who did that? Who fired off their fireworks by mistake? Looks nice though. You look just like he did at your age. You're looking more and more like him with each passing year. Your father proved his valor in battle even when facing the former shogunate forced in the Battle of Hakodate. Uncertain that one day you'll grow up to be a true splendid soldier, your father is a wonderful man. You should feel pride in being his son. Study hard and live up to his expectations. I hear that you're being chasing trouble at the military preparatory academy. You haven't managed to make a single friend either, have you? If they kick you out of the academy, realize that there will be no longer a place for you here. Aren't I always telling you? Don't disappoint me. Aha, aha. A festival, perhaps. I'm going to be the one to peel off Jack's skin. Oh, I don't care if Ogata or anyone else tries to get in my way. I'll beat the crap out of them. I'm going to be the one to peel off Jack's skin. 250 end. Skinamoto is here. So Battle of Hakodate. So it's simply not right. This line was originally spoken in chapter 187 and I went into more detail in the glossary there. For now, I just wanted to reiterate that the word Ogata is using for you is plural, and he's probably referring to both Asidapu and his brother Yusaku. So, Battle of Hakodate, as mentioned a few times before, this was a battle that ended the Boshin War and saw the former shogunate forced defeated by the new imperial government. It was fought from the end of 1868 to the middle of 1869. And there we go! All the way to 250. So I imagine probably will do 251 to 260 at some point, maybe Sunday, I think, hopefully. Depends on how the day goes. But yeah, I'll probably catch up to the newest arc, which is now starting. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it kind of does to a degree now bring out a lot about Ogata's character. Considering that it seems like there's a lot more to him than just, oh yeah, by the way, he just wants to kind of fuck everyone over. There's evidence that the lack of love in his life might not cause a lot of issues. I have mentioned, I think, a lot the idea that his father not being there for him and also not being there for him and the way he shows love is very different than typical love you see in other manga. And it's one of those things that he doesn't believe in purity. He believes that everyone has to sully their hands with blood, otherwise they just don't kind of grow up. There's also that line way back in the Yojimbo arc, the arc that he mentions about the idea that a right passion actually is killing your parents as well. So you can tell like the way he lived has shaped his whole entire mentality. And now it's one of those things that's starting to catch up with him. The idea that he might or might not have actually had compassion beyond the warp sense of love he actually had for his brother and subsequent dad as well. That's the thing. We don't necessarily know the ins and outs of Ogata's character. His psyche is constantly changing. And I kind of like that whole entire idea about him because each chapter you know more about him. And it kind of then shapes how you see certain events because beforehand you kind of like, why the fuck is he actually doing all these things? Why is he a complete arsehole? But then you start to understand the way he was actually kind of living before this whole entire point, and it makes sense. The idea that he just wants to find someone that actually does kind of loves him unconditionally, and that unconditional love you don't see very often, or he hasn't seen at all. And yeah, I mean, it's a very kind of like a typical idea, but it's echoed quite well through his actions, because again, it's one of those things that a lot of what he does is a byproduct of everything he's actually kind of lived through. It's not just a spur of the moment. It's very much everything is a kind of like it kind of mounts up to a point that when it actually happens, it happens. You're like, oh, holy shit, okay, all right. And I also kind of like the idea of actually how it explores the relationship between Sugimoto and Siniper as well. How at certain points it looks as if they won't be together by the end of the whole entire manga. It's trying to echo the idea of like who do you want to see at the end of this whole entire manga. It's one of those things I just don't necessarily think that Sugimoto will leave. Unless something happens, I don't think they will be ever apart. They're partners at this point, aren't they? They say it. They're actually basically just they're inseparable. The whole entire time they were not together in the arc in the anime season 3. You could tell they were. You could tell the distance between them because they're so tight in that way that they're kind of like they're inseparable. So when they're separated, you feel it. You kind of feel that separation. It's even with Shirashi as well. Shirashi has the exact same feeling. It's one of those things that you kind of see often. We don't see often, but it's actually kind of echoed nicely here. But yeah, I mean, it's now as you get to be seeing kind of ideas. So we have Ogata kind of in the background, kind of doing his thing, which is one thing that kind of does scare me to an extent. So yeah, we finished we finished for today. This is the end for today. Don't worry. At some point this week coming, I'll catch up more on it. But now we've kind of got the convergence point for the characters. Ogata's kind of doing his thing, but Silly's actually kind of going to intercept him at some point, I imagine. So I can't actually see what it does in theory bring, and actually how he might improve script dynamic even more. That's one of the things I kind of strive to see more of, just him just ruining everything, because it's actually just kind of fun to see. I have no idea why, I just love it. So yeah, I mean, as said, I will probably catch up with more of this as the week goes on. I believe we have until 280, I think, to catch up to. So until then, as always, actually hope you actually have enjoyed the stream. If you have, then do leave a like, because it does help quite a bit. Also then, leave a sub as well, because both do help quite a lot. If you have then enjoyed the whole entire stream, as always, do leave a follow on Twitter, because it does help quite a bit. And as always, ご視聴ありがとうございます。僕の動画を面白いと思ったら、いいねやチャンネル登録をお願いします。Till next time, it's my pleasure. Thank you for actually being here as well. Thank you so much. It's nice to have some more Golden Kamuy, the manga series. I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.